Did you know that, as a Manitoban, you can help put an end to poverty, social injustice, and environmental destruction around the world? By supporting fair trade initiatives and purchasing fair trade products, you are helping farmers and producers in developing countries get a fair wage for their product while keeping their livelihoods sustainable. Fair Trade Manitoba, a program of the Manitoba Council for International Cooperation, works with retailers, consumers, and organizations to spread the word about the benefits of buying fair trade products and to increase wider availability in the province. Why go fair trade? Producers and workers are guaranteed a fair wage and a safe environment to work in. Products are always cultivated with environmental sustainability in mind. A portion of the profits are put into a fair trade premium, where the workers decide how it should be used in the community. These funds are often used to provide training, education, and healthcare for producers and their families.
The real value of fair trade is that it tries to expose the conditions under which commodities are produced. So by and large, when you pick something up at a supermarket, no one thinks about how this thing was made. They just think about what it can do for them. And fair trade's crucial role is trying to expose those conditions to the public. And so they've used a bunch of illustrative commodities like coffee to try and demonstrate that conventionally produced coffee that you buy in your supermarket shelves is environmentally destructive and socially devastating. And so what it gets people to start thinking about is the sort of consequences of their consumption behavior.
The middlemen are getting more than what they've been doing. These middlemen, they don't know how to produce the products, but then they go to local producers and get the materials or get the products in a very, very low price. Then whenever they go and sell it outside, like abroad or what, then they sell it in very high price. But through fair trade is another thing, like they sell their products in a good price, like twice than what they could get from the middlemen. Then, so that's all, like it's changing their life. That's what I can say.
What does buying fair trade address? Workers are not exploited by loan sharks, middlemen, or brokers. Child slavery and child labor are not being used in production. Workers and their families have access to basic services such as education and healthcare. Workers and their families can avoid being caught in the cycle of poverty and are given the chance to progress socially and economically.
I sell items from all over Africa, mostly Kenya. But also we sell some other things from different countries. Most is Kenya because I live there and I was born in Kenya myself. And these people normally I am trading with, normally the people who really have needs. We have grandmothers and grandchildren who are making bananas, leaf animals. And we have some grandfathers and their sons, they are making carvings. So there is really a lot of needs, and that's why forest people crafts come from, just to help people in the villages. When I was 80 years old myself, when I was sitting in a fire with the grandmothers and grandfathers and other kids my age, when I was like 8, I knew one day I would go there and help people.
I've been committed to fair trade for about, anywhere between 10 to 15 years. And the reason I'm committed to it is because I went to Zimbabwe in 1992 and saw firsthand in a developing country what the people go through just to earn food on their table and things like that.
The average Manitoban can choose to purchase fair trade as a way to make a difference in the lives of others around the world. More and more Manitoba businesses and merchants are not only seeing the ethical benefits, they are finding out that fair trade makes good business sense as well.
I'm proud to say that Green Bean Coffee Imports is Manitoba's first fair trade certified coffee roaster. People came up to me and asked if my coffee was fair trade certified, and they had some very very real questions for me. Once these questions started coming to me from the public, and I sort of looked at what I was doing, and yeah, I wanted to grow my business, you know, socially, ethically, you know, environmentally responsible as possible. I wanted to be more than a just-for-profit entity.
Green Bean imports unroasted or green coffee beans from around the world for custom roasting.
So I looked into the fair trade program, and I looked to see what it would take to become fair trade certified. And it's not a difficult process to go through. And to me, once you started looking at it, it seemed like the right thing to do. It was doing business in the right way. It was growing my business in the right way, going 100% to the fair trade coffees. I have a lot of faith in people, and if you present them with two choices, 99% of the time they're going to pick the right choice, but they need to be educated first. They need to know what fair trade is. The fair trade certification label, it means that there's a very transparent program behind that logo, that it ensures that the customer buying that coffee knows that that farmer got paid that equitable fair price for that coffee. And not only that, that money has gone back into that community, into helping build schools or resource material for farmers, and it brings up those third world countries and those farmers.
More than 7 million people in Africa, Asia, and Latin America benefit from fair trade. This includes producers, workers, and their families.
I'm part of a network of about 46 shops across Canada. 10,000 villages markets products from developing countries, and with that the artisans receive vital fair income that helps them educate their families and take care of them in general. I manage 10,000 villages in Brandon. We have products from more than 30 countries. We have utilitarian products like wooden spoons and dishes. We have tablecloths. We have food products, coffee, tea, chocolate, and we have unique decorative products. We're a farming community. We understand where our things come from and how difficult it can be at times to have good prices, and that we're not affected only by the temperature and the climate in Manitoba. A particular summer, we're affected by bigger things, and so farmers and producers in other countries are affected by world markets and problems other places, whether it's political strife or natural disasters. We don't experience the same things, but we can see how a slight turn can affect things.
As a worst-case scenario, child slave labor is often used as an engine of production in the cocoa fields of West Africa. This destructive practice is used to make everyday supermarket chocolate, without us even knowing about it. But when you buy fair trade products, you are taking steps as a global citizen that could mean a world of difference for vulnerable workers and producers.
For fair trade to be more broadly transformative, if you don't make some sort of switch in your consumption patterns, if we don't even change the rules by which we do international trade, environmentally and socially, this just can't be sustainable. In Manitoba, there's two ways to make a difference, I guess. The most obvious and the most easy is to simply purchase products with the fair trade label on them. I think the probably better way to get involved, the more difficult, the broader, slower way to get involved, is to try and think about how we can change the rules through which trade happens, so that you don't have to pick a commodity by commodity basis and try and improve the lives of individual producers in those particular commodities, but to think about making broader changes to the world trade system, the political system, to vote for different parties that are going to change how we do business in this world.
I want to say thank you, because we are trying to put the word out so that everybody should know, everybody should be valued. Small or big, you should be paid your money, you deserve to be paid.
It has played a very big and important role on local people from Tanzania. Like now they're having good life and they're enjoying their lives, and they enjoy doing business with different countries like Canada who are doing fair trade. So What I can say is thanks to fair trade has made lives better.
That's why I am doing that, just not to end the poverty, because I can't do that by myself. But if I can change, I can touch somebody, one heart, one grandchild, one grandmother can be able to have a medication to go or take the kid to school. That's my goal for me. That's my happiness.